Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is just nothing going on today because usually other stuff kind of going on. My YouTube free day, I call it. But since it's all stinking hot today, I not doing too much. So I ain't doing anything. I said it's hot, so I go on live for a little bit. So I'm staying cool because eating some cool ranch Doritos and I'm drinking some lemonade. You're bored. Well, I thought you had other plans. Usually, like I said, usually is my free day. But yeah, so I was like, I got a base Dodger game that's going to be on a little bit later, so I figured just kill a little bit of time. So yeah, so if you guys haven't seen my live yesterday, I did talk with Rob, and we kind of talked a little bit about homebrew, about beer styles. So that was kind of interesting. So basically, kind of why there is beer styles, and there's like a guideline kind of thing for competitions. So we briefly talked about that. So it's kind of a little bit interesting. So watch that a little bit if you want. Basically, I was gonna brew my Sharktober Fest this weekend, but obviously with it being 100 degrees, it's just not to say that I can't. It just that makes it harder, kind of thing. So it's like I might do it in another week or two. It'll be okay. But I was wanting to brew it in time for my Sharktoberfest, which is going to be September 16th. And so I want to kind of for that, but if it does, it does. If not, no big deal. But I'll have it for that season, so I'll be good. And so if you guys want a link, shoot me a message on Instagram. Like I said, I'm only going to be here until probably 2 o'clock my time, so another hour and a half if I go that long. So like I said, hope everyone's doing good. Yes, it is hot. And welcome to the boredom channel. But yeah, so now I figured I thought a couple of people would be doing a live, so I kind of waited for them. So I figured if not, I'll go for a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of go from there. I'm just playing around. So that's pretty much what's going on in my neck of the woods at the moment. Yesterday afternoon, took my dad to a local brewery, which he's been there for a year. We finally went because it's like a 10-minute drive from my house, but it's just we got so much construction going on. It's just to get there, it's kind of out of the way. So I keep forgetting about it. Okay. So if I keep forgetting about it, and all of a sudden, like I said, with being hot, I'm kind of like, I'm not going to brew, and we'll just go hang out there. And obviously, I took one picture so it's called Common Corners Brewing, and he went to same college that I did, and he was a home brewer too. So we kind of got chit chatting. Yeah, it's probably about that here, Jim. Then also we're gonna start getting some monsoonal weather. So we're not gonna supposedly not get too much rain out of it, but we're gonna get a little bit more humidity. So obviously, when you're used to the dry heat, when you get that humidity, everybody's gonna be kind of whining a little about it. But maybe we got well, most everybody has AC. I mean, obviously, there's some people that work outside and drink a lot of water. That's why I'm on the lemonade. So, but anyways, going back to the brewery, so it was kind of cool. He had 2 pilsners on there and 2 IPAs. And also, he was doing he did a watermelon. No, he had 2 pilsners, 2 IPAs, and 2 farmhouse beers. They weren't too bad. I mean, everyone was kind of similar because I think it's just because he's new and he's using a lot of the same hops for the different style of beers, so you kind of get that same. But he's basically working by himself, kind of thing. So I was like, wow, that's kind of he's got a couple of people helping him serve beer and stuff like that. But because he was in with a group that were gonna when they want to open a brewery, but then they this is what they were planning during the pandemic, and then obviously when they came to it, and they kind of all backed out. So at that point he kind of had a lease on a place kind of thing, so he was kind of somewhat committed kind of thing. So, but yeah. So anyway, no, his beers were pretty good. So I figured I brought some home. And we're gonna barbecue some kebabs tonight. So because it's one of the pilsners, so I'll be good with that. So while we're brewing, so me and my dad will have a beer with dinner kind of thing. So that was kind of cool. So I was gonna get a glass. The ones they had for sale were kind of like, I thought I'd rather steal one of the glasses you're serving than. But the owner, we kept putting little things to entice the owner to do something, but he wouldn't bite. So okay. I mean, obviously first time we were there, so he's not gonna like, who are you guys? Kind of attitude, but he was really friendly. So. And they do have like a little outdoor area. So I know my dad, because one of the things we were kind of enticing him was my dad and his friend, they go to lunch and stuff like that. So they're trying to find places to go. And this place is like real close kind of thing. But he opens like too late for them. So I was like, and then again, I was like, hey, I have, Jim, and it's when I reach out, and a couple of them, when I reached out, go, hey, blah, 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 about membership and all that. It's when I tell them what I do, they kind of like, I mean, it's not, they get turned off because I'm not I don't brew enough beer in their eyes, I guess, kind of thing. And so it's just, so I haven't said I'm not gonna ever won't join one, but just ones that are around here are, I mean, I don't want to say they stood me up or anything, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, so there's the only one I've contacted, but they just they meet at times where I can't go. So that's so. But yeah, so so like I said, with this new brewery, I kind of saw it yesterday. Like, maybe if we talk enough, maybe I can help him. He might ask to help me to help him out, kind of thing. Like, oh, maybe we can brew a beer together, kind of thing. So we'll see. But yeah, no, I mean, I would think that obviously with being in the home brewing club, you would definitely learn more, because obviously they're going to tell you what's wrong or how to make your beer better than what it is, kind of thing. So, but yeah, so that's probably that might be one of our topics that me and Rob talk about. Is I have him talk about a little bit more of his he kind of mentioned his homebrewing here and there, but we might just make that one of our topics because we haven't really had a topic for our August meeting yet. So that might be a good one. Because obviously, because in September we're doing, instead of having a meeting, we're doing my Sharktoberfest. That's kind of our homebrew chat kind of thing. So that'll be fun because we did that. I did that last year, so this will be my second annual Sharktoberfest. So, but yeah, so internet, it's not much else really going on. As I said, I'm getting ready, getting busy at work. That's why you don't see me too much in the chat right now. I mean, you see me here and there, but usually it's like I go say hello, and that's like, oh, I get something coming up or kind of thing. So probably for the next month or so, it'll be probably kind of like that. So, but yeah. Oh, so how's everybody else doing? I know I also got some fresh roasted peanuts. So kind of nibbling on those too, and besides the chips. The chips was more of a kind of a prop. I do a little bit of both, Jim. If I can order it in bulk, I'll go online because I can get it cheaper. But if I only need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I will just go to a local homebrew shop. I have two of them in my area. One was basically one of the clubs. Like I said, like he's part of a club, but their meetings are where I can go, kind of thing. So, but yeah, so I'll get a little stuff there and kind of thing. So a little bit of both, mainly. And when I order online, I got two places to order it from. So, hey, Luke John, wet and windy. Well, kind of, well, not wet here, but we'll get an afternoon breeze. So I hope you're doing good, Luke John. Hope everything's kind of proceeding to plan. Are you going to season them, or are you just going to eat them plain? Are they steak fries? Are they the crinkly? Or are they the string? Hey, Jimmy C, how you doing? And everybody else kind of talking to each other. So, but yeah. So yeah, with the kebabs, we'll have because we have chicken and beef, and I forgot what kind of sauce they have. It's a different one. We usually get it with teriyaki, and I don't think this one's a teriyaki because I didn't really ask, so we'll kind of not I don't think it's barbecue, but we'll see. So we'll do that. We'll have probably. Well, I'll get we have pineapple rings. I'll put them on the grill, kind of get them a little bit caramelized. Then we'll put that over the cottage cheese. I'm not sure if they'll do rice or kind of rice on the side so. But we'll kind of leave it at that. I have some scallions that I need to barbecue because my mom's got them and they're starting to kind of, I don't want to say rot, but because they've been in the refrigerator, I keep forgetting about them. So, but maybe I might throw them on there too. So, I will try to do a short on that. So look out for that tonight. And I'll show you. Well, take a picture of the bottle. Yeah, we usually sometimes if we're running behind, we just white rice. But sometimes we'll just do. I don't think we do rice pilaf, but yeah, no, it's obviously it's hot. It's just something light, okay, and easy. Okay, look, that's good to hear. So yeah, like I said, so keep doing what you're doing. I mean, there's a little in your community tab. So that's kind of cool to see some of your. It was kind of cool to see all those tall ships and stuff that you posted recently. So because we don't, I mean, we don't see too many tall ships out this way. I mean, not very often. I'll put it that way. So hope everything goes well, Luke John. So which I'm sure it will. I mean, we'll think positive, as JV was kind of talking about earlier. So mm, yeah, so good. Glad everybody's kind of doing well at the moment. Yeah, because we have. I said it's hot. There was a couple local wildfires in our area, but I don't think they're too big yet. That we're not getting all that smoke like some in the eastern United States was getting. My sister just came back from the Sierra Nevadas about a week ago, and it said there was still a lot of snow there. That they're just finally starting to open things up, and sometimes in some things they're still it's limited. Um, yeah, I have. I don't. It's in small percentages. It's just basically I've done like a rye IPA. So obviously I do an IPA recipe, and I just add small percentage into that. So kind of give you a little bit of that rye spicy. I mean, it's not like the bread, obviously, but kind of thing. So, but it just enough to you kind of get that. Oh, okay, there's rye in it. Hey, Jagman, hope you're doing well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, and Jamie, it's basic. Oh, yeah, 25. I want to say probably going to be in the high 30s, maybe low 40s in certain areas. Yeah. They say hello. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said we'll probably get. You didn't really say it. I'm gonna say it's probably in the 20-30% humidity, but that's big for out here. Because a lot of people, like I said, we're so used to the dry heat, we don't get too much of the humidity. So honestly, I haven't watched the news. I'm usually when it gets this hot, we usually get somebody trying to cook an egg on the street kind of thing, or in their car, just kind of warn everybody not to leave a pet or a kid in a car alone with all the windows up. I'm sure they probably have done that already, but I didn't see it. But so, well, sort of, kind of. But I work year round. There's always something going on, kind of things. That's why I'm kind of, like I said earlier, I was busy, been really busy, so I'm not really hanging out on YouTube chat like I normally do because nobody's really doing lives. I don't think either, so it's kind of a good thing, so I don't get distracted with my work because there's a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on, so I can't be distracted. I'll call it. But yeah, we don't get like schools. We don't get summer breaks where everybody gets a couple months off, kind of thing. You don't get that. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's yeah? Because my sister wasn't too far off from Yosemite, not too far away from Yosemite, and because Yosemite has two entrances, one from the west, one from the east. The east you still cannot get through. You can get up to the mountain pass, but after that you're kind of stuck. Or I mean, basically you're at a dead end, and so yeah. Well, there's there's a lot of things going on. People taking trips, vacations, holidays, and stuff like that. Or basically, it's just kind of getting back to, I'm gonna say, back to your normal life, since now everything's, I'll say, back to normal in a sense. So, but yeah, I'm it probably won't be 20, but I'm sure it'll be enough to entertain everybody, especially when we get our weather and kind of can't go outside. I mean, like today, obviously here I'm doing a live because I mean, can't do too much outside because I've had heat stroke once, and it's like, ooh, I'm not doing that again. But obviously, I would make sure I'm drinking a lot of water and kind of thing. But which I will probably after drinking all of this, the sugar water. And this is not homemade, so yeah, because there's really nothing too much to talk about. I mean, so especially if you keep them short, I think you can, because there's some beer channels that they keep them under an hour ish, and those are fine. But when you do them longer, you gotta find ways to entertain yourself, and so yeah, so it's for me, I kind of I'm not gonna say no, but I will someday when I have time. Because if I do go to the UK, I just can't go there for like what Joey did. I think I would probably have to go a little bit long. I would probably go a little bit longer. That way I can kind of see some more things and not be I'll say, in a rush kind of thing. So that way I kind of can enjoy it. I think that's probably what Joey would say, that he would probably go a little bit longer. I mean, obviously, because he's working and I would be working, so that's why I kind of, when I really have, I would say maybe I can spend up to 2 weeks there. Maybe, I mean, between a week to 2 weeks, kind of thing. Because obviously there's going to be a lot of people I'm going to have to meet, and so I'm trying to coordinate. I mean, meeting maybe there's certain places. Okay, I'm going to be here today. If who can come to me or kind of thing or whatever. I mean, so I think those would have to be. I know Joey has a little time to plan, but I think I think he was the guinea pig, so I kind of that. And the only place I probably would like to go to, it would be I would like to go to Germany. Honestly, I'm not gonna go there for the Oktoberfest. I'd rather just go when it's relatively a little bit quieter, you can go visit all the breweries there. And I mean, I think they're open, so I'd rather do it that way. So yeah, I heard. Yeah, a lot of people say it's really nice there. So. But yeah, so right now I'm not even because even when I do get some time off, I really don't go anywhere. Yeah, but I mean, it's easier for them to get into Europe and all. I mean, because it's everything's like right there and it's all close. For like me, it's like I got travel a waste a day kind of thing. They can go on in a couple hours. I mean, a few hours, and boom, off they go. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those I would like to go just to see it kind of thing, but I mean, that's not. If I do, I do. If I don't, it's not totally the end of the world. I thought maybe if I went with a group, maybe, but just by myself, yeah, I would just stay away from that because it's just who knows what will happen. But yeah, no, it's because like even some of the Oktoberfest that we do have here. I mean, they're not bad, but it just it's more fun when you go with a group. But like I say with me, I'll probably most likely be going by myself. So it's you can't share in the fun experience kind of thing. Yeah, it's only a 2.5 hour flight from yeah. 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 Um when I was going to school, they used to have I was almost schools. They had the study abroad. Then they had a what was called a semester at sea. So basically, they kind of I don't want to say they were on. I don't know if they were on a cruise ship or a charter or wherever. So they got to go a lot of places in around the Mediterranean, I believe, is where they went. So they got to go do a lot of sightseeing. And so because it was 16 weeks. So I mean, I think they were. I remember the one person I knew who went. They went. Wasn't just like in the local ports and kind of thing. They were able to go some places like for a day or two. I mean, kind of by bus or plane. I forgot what. It's been many years. So, but yeah, for work wise, yeah, I can't even barely do even local trips for business wise kind of thing. So, because because I think the last one I did was in February to Las Vegas, and I was kind of like I was shocked I even got to do that. So, but yeah, but yeah, no, I said I would definitely go to UK now, kind of. And my niece, she used to live in Ireland for I don't know several years, and they always try to get me to come over. I go, well, if you lived there now, I probably wouldn't go because I probably can catch because they were near Cork. Yeah, so I probably could have gotten a ferry or and they gone over kind of thing for a visit for a few days. Hey JV, how you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're positive. Just hang out and trying to stay cool. Oh yeah, it's it's about realistically it's about 45, 50 minutes. So, but yeah, no, it's kind of fun flying into Vegas at night if you're on the right side of the plane because you when you're coming in you can see all the lights from all the hotels and casinos. So it's kind of and I thought because I was flying there one night because I was a layover there and I thought oh okay I timed this right, but I didn't realize the plane was going to come in this way, so I thought he was going to come in this way. And so I'll be on the right side, and all of a sudden, all I saw the one from the other side. You just see the glow. I'm like, oh. The only time I really got to see the lights was when we were leaving, when we took off. So I got it for a brief glimpse. But every once, way where we were flying, though, you can kind of look at your window, look back, and you kind of still see the glow of lights. And for a while, I mean, almost until we were starting ready to come down from land, you can still see a bit. I mean, once we got to a certain level altitude kind of thing, you couldn't see it. But for the longest time, I'm like, wow, it tells you how much light radiation there is. Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, after when you're getting your procedure and all that, you can kind of do your rehabilitation and kind of sightseeing kind of thing. So, but yeah. So that's because I've been to most of the United States, been to Canada, the western part of Canada, been to Alaska. So I've been, and then kind of Mexico. I kind of did the let's cross the border and okay, I'm in Mexico, and then we turned around and came back. So, uh, Jim, you're not gonna hardly see that. It's I think I was oh the heck was I what did I get? It wasn't your mainstream. It was a craft beer, but it wasn't. I mean, but it was. I think I paid 14, 15, and it was just a regular pint. Well, shaker glass kind of pint kind of thing. I was like, that you can do. I mean, all thing that they were having deals on were and there was a Budweiser, one of those you can buy how many bottles in a pail kind of thing. So you could get you can get 10 or whatever they were you can get it for like $20. That was like kind of thing. But it was funny though when you drive into Vegas, you see their distribution center for all the beer. I mean, it's like almost like an Amazon warehouse. It's huge. I'm going like, so I was like, I go, you guys are. So that's why they can do that cheap because they probably have a brewery dedicated to Vegas. Who knows? Yeah, that's look, John. There's going to be on the eastern end. You're going to have probably a lot of fun. Western end, you're definitely going to have a lot of things to see. It's just going to be in the middle. You're going to be kind of going like, okay, you're going to go out, kind of get through it quicker. I'm not saying there's nothing to see, but it's kind of it's flat. It's basically sometimes depends on what time of the year you go. The rain joke is all you see is blue and green because the blue sky and wherever green the cornfields. If you have that's where you're passing through. So it's kind of so. But yeah, no, there's a lot of I say on the East Coast and on the West Coast, there's kind of a lot of things to go see. So. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, you get because even in that area, there's a lot of things. If you do, which I'm sure they will tell you too, is like a lot of things to go see. Um, I I really don't know, Jim. I haven't really ordered any beer. I mean, or in from Amazon. I mean, I know there's other delivery services, so I would probably say they would. Now, do I trust them if it not to break anything? Because obviously they're in a rush to get stuff delivered. That's I mean, especially if the only thing I get is like glass bottles. So, but I know there's other services and all that. Devore and we do have some look. I mean, I beer occasionally from Sierra Nevada that they so. So I'm saying I would probably say yes, but I haven't really tried it because I don't know what the beers are really where they're coming from, how long they've been sitting. I mean, it's bad enough. Our total wine is kind of questionable, so it's like kind of thing. So because I wish they would make it a mandate of putting some kind of date on the can, whether it's when it was packaged or Best Buy kind of thing. Because a lot of places you go and go like, I think that beer is relatively it's older than I want it to be, and it's a lot of people say, well, it's still okay. And going like, not. I mean, if it's a stout, maybe more of a malt base, not like, kind of a beer, maybe. But if you're talking about IPAs and all that, it's like, I was like, yeah, I really don't know unless you know it's like okay that you got a notification, yeah, that beer is releasing, and you see it, okay, there's no date, you know it's going to be relatively fresh, this kind of thing. So, um, okay, well, okay, that's you got yourself a little. You're gonna have to become a tourist agent, open a little business on that, and kind of go from there. It's a lot easier for you guys to kind of go around. I mean, it'd be just be like us, me flying around the United States, probably kind of thing. But yeah, so um, but yeah, well, there was. If I had, if money wasn't a thing, I would probably would try to visit as many breweries around the world as I could, kind of thing. It'd be just interesting to kind of see the beer culture around the world, I'll call it. I'll be right back. okay, that was interesting. So nothing serious. It just, but yeah. Well, then we can turn the AC on then. And basically, it's our house is right now at 82. We don't have the AC turned on yet. Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for commercial break. So, but yeah. So yeah, I'll probably go around the world. I don't know if I would hit every country, but that would be kind of a good start, kind of thing. Because obviously, so. I'm going to turn it off because I think I'll just be ending it in about 15 minutes since nothing's really as developed. Unless everybody's gone live all of a sudden. No, looks like I'm the only one. Woohoo! I know it's nice and easier having a birthday celebration over there, but I went by and said hello and whatnot, but yeah. So anyways, yeah, so I said kind of I was gonna brew my Shocktoberfest. Kind of because too hot. I said too hot. I was gonna do it yesterday. I thought, when my schedule kind of freed up today, I go, well, I can do it today, but it just too hot, especially when I'm out and on the outside and on the yeah. So it's like, yeah, like I said, you got easier ways. I mean, obviously I can go there too, but not as quick as you can go there for a day and come back. I mean, leave early in the morning and come back late at night. Sometimes that is true. I mean, there's if you, certain times of the day it'll take you longer. I mean, so yeah, no, it's traffic here is it's just amazing. Like what is everybody? You kind of just want to know what is everybody really doing. I mean, are they coming home from work, or are they going somewhere? Where are you going? I mean, kind of thing. It's just because there's so many cars on the road, kind of thing. I think that would be great. Well, for those that haven't been to a big city, which I think most everybody has, even coming out to California, that's sometimes people just want to see the stinking traffic. And like, really? Like, okay. Because we just have a lot of people. So, and with the and somebody made a joke as well. Yeah, it should be less people on the road because Hollywood is basically pretty much shut down, so there's no one making movies or television shows or anything. Yeah, I've been told. I mean, I think half hour, 45 minutes maybe is the quickest. I think is what they've gone through. I mean, that's just going through walking into the terminal kind of thing and getting to the gate. That's just not necessarily doing the car park kind of thing, parking your car and all that. That's because, especially around here, you're parking where I'm living and shuttling in to LAX kind of thing. So like, because that's on a good day, I'll take you an hour to get there on a good day. I mean, it's relatively quick to get there, but once you're in the area, then it slows down, kind of thing. So, but that's where all the cheap flights are at, because then we have what's called Ontario, which is basically it's owned by LAX, but it's just a secondary kind of, and it's like trying to get flights out of there. It's like nuts. Well, like it's easier to get in and out of that one as LAX, but it's like, and why wouldn't you want to divert people from LAX to come out here? So it's kind of, balance the traffic kind of thing. But obviously, I don't work for the airport and I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess I don't know, but it used to be one of the cheaper ones, so it was nice to fly out of there. But now it's like people even coming from out of state to here, they fly into LAX because it's cheaper, and they have to drive. It's not that far of a drive. Really, but it's still. If at a certain time of day, it'll take 2 hours to get to where I'm at, and that's again on a good day. If not, you'll probably 3 to 4 hours. So yeah, that tells you how bad traffic is. And obviously, public transportation. If you were to get a bus from here to there, you might as well kiss a day off. But, yeah. Oh. So then, I don't know if Jim's still here. I'm sure he's heard of it, by Anchor Brewing closing their doors soon. I don't think they were really given a date on when they're closing, but because I went shopping yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'll see if I can pick up a 6-pack, 12-pack, or whatever. Couldn't find anything. Yeah. Well, everything's been. We used to have a lot of. Our public transportation used to be pretty good a long time ago, but then the auto industry pretty much killed that, and so now where we would have more trains and stuff like that probably now if they did. Of course, auto industry says, "Well, we didn't do that." I'm going, "Well, yeah, you did." In the route way. So yeah, yeah, because everything I have to drive to. Our supermarket is probably the only thing I can probably walk to. And now that's everything else, and maybe a couple of restaurants. But there now, I have to drive to everywhere. So. But yeah. But yeah, now this is. Yeah, I mean, because yeah, I'm just we're just a big sprawl. I mean, we don't really have. I mean, we got cities and kind of designations, but there's really we're all lumped into one. There's like no separation between town, cities, and villages, whatever you may want to call them. Yeah, I would think that would be nice. Okay, I mean, because as I said, especially, I mean, obviously, I know some of your diesel prices are outrageous, but like I said, ours are higher than I'm going to probably one of the highest in the United States, and people just like they just like, you know what? If I want to do this, I have to pay it, and so it's like it's one of those like that would love to just like, you know what? Everybody for one day don't go. I mean, obviously we had the pandemic and prices went boop, and kind of like prove that fact, but I was basically going to tell everybody don't buy any gas for one day, and I'll kind of thing, but the oil companies know they got you or got us. So of course then we need to have this, we need to have that, blah blah blah. So but that's a story for a different day. Give myself a like. But yeah, no. But anyways, yeah, it's like I said, it's one lower past 1 o'clock, 10 past 1, and it's starting. You can start feeling the heat. As I said, yeah, I've done taking trains to visit places, and so it's kind of nice. So yeah, I mean, it took about the same amount of time as if I were to have driven it, but it's just it was just nice not to worry about driving. B, it was just you see different areas that you hardly see here and there, kind of thing. So it's um, but yeah, it's our so yeah, because it's we I took of course we have several they had several stops, but it wasn't like they were there for very long. Like where we're stopped, we had like a minute to unboard and onboard kind of thing, or a couple of minutes. So I think we was about 100 miles, and it took us what hour and a half. But obviously, it's you're not going straight like the freeway. I mean, the freeway is probably straighter distance than the train was, but so but it's kind of ironic that how so he tells you how fast the train gets up certain points because like okay, you got to play. It almost takes the same amount of time if you're driving the car. It does here, and we're making several stops, so it's kind of so you know like okay, how fast was that train going? Which I'm sure that it was still. I mean, like they weren't putting you in danger or anything, but no, but it was still a lot of fun. I mean, I've taken me and my friend and stuff, or other friends, we've taken trains to other beer festivals because basically, I mean, I think we did. We had to take a cab, like a 2 mile cab ride to it. Which 4 guys and pitching a couple bucks, a couple of dollars here and there, and kind of. So it wasn't like no big deal. So that was kind of neat. Of course, they're coming back on the train. All the training, the conductors and all that, they're going to go great because a lot of people were just going throughout the day or whatever. So everybody was coming home at the same time. So it was like 3 of us going down and probably 10, 12 of us coming back, and we all kind of sat together. And of course, you have a few and having a good time. You get a little rowdy. I mean, we didn't cause any trouble or anything, but it was just they were just thinking, oh, that we would kind of thing. So, but we didn't. I mean, probably about 10 minutes in the train ride, everybody was going passed out anyway. Yeah. Yeah. If you, I mean, it's one of those like, you don't want to tell anybody your secret kind of thing because then everybody will do it too. And it's like, oh, it's like, I might as well just go later then kind of thing. But yeah, no, I have no problem getting up a little bit earlier to do some stuff like that. I mean, when I have flown, like I'm up really early because I'm getting one of the earliest flights. Because it was one of the first ones, obviously, but it was just then wasn't surprisingly it wasn't as crowded because I would think whoever's flying for whatever business trip they're doing for the day kind of thing, because they're going flying early in the morning and flying late at night back home. Um, well, I thought they had talked about bringing a modernized one because obviously the only real complaint is over here was the noise of it. If it wasn't as noisy, I think we would still have it today. But it's like, of course, it's to go that fast. You have to have a military. I call that what I would call a military style engine to make it go that fast. But I think since that plane was developed then and the technology today, I think most of those engines it probably would be better. I mean, a little bit quieter. I mean, then again, people are complaining are people that move right by the airport where the planes take off, and then they piss them off. Like, did you realize where you're moving into, kind of thing? But again, another story for another day. But yeah, no, that would have been a fun plane to go from New York to London when it went in 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. That would have been fun. Oh, just imagine what the cost of that thing would be today. How much? Oh, what I think it was 1,000 or something, 1,500 back in the day, but now it'll probably be probably 4 or 5. Yeah, I know. But I thought they being was I could be wrong. Maybe they did and they quit working on it, or because they themselves. But I just know that just remember that the noise was the big factor. It wasn't because it, it crashed or whatever. It was more noise. than anything. I mean, the crash probably was the last nail in that coffin, probably, but. So, yeah. Well, even the cruise ships, I mean, or the ships that used to go from London to here, I mean, the ships even now can even go faster. So, I mean, if you were going, it's they're all developing AI. John, it's all everything's going to be AI before you know it. And basically, it's like, didn't you see the movie? I mean, we're going down that path, and at some point, eventually, those movies are going to become like, told you, see, we warned you. I mean, so. And we're having the writers and actors strike out here, and they're all, part of it's the AI, the writing, basically they have that technology to put your face on things, kind of thing, so that we don't really need you. We can just take a picture of you and just go from there, kind of thing. Yeah. So. Looks like I'm down. This looks like this you and I here, John. Everybody's either getting ready for work tomorrow or getting ready for dinner. Yeah, true. That is true. Yeah. But it's easier to react than doing anything else. So. Yeah. Well, it's not too bad. It's only 9:20 at your time, so it's not. I didn't keep you up all night like I used to in the past. We'll be doing so. We'll be doing that much of that probably in the future, but I mean, never know. But never say never, I guess. But yeah, the good old days. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I know. I totally agree. Yep. Memories. I'm just looking something up. Oh, there we go. I was just looking to see if somebody had something, but they didn't. So. Oh well, hey, that's good. That's a good sign. If you can hire more, that means you're doing good. Well, yeah, because you have more people working for you, and then I have we have that where I'm at. Now, I mean, full time. I'll put it that way. Overall, we have still have more than what you have, but yeah. But hey, as long as the business is going good, that's what all you do is ask for, and that way, well, obviously, you need to work less because you got to take care of yourself, but I think so. But but yeah, I say if you can hire people to kind of run your business, and trust them, that's all you can ask for. No, I thought I had that. Okay. I'll do that later. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because if you get in an area, you're not going to get foot traffic, that kind of thing. You're spinning your own wheels and kind of thing. So, but sometimes but the problem is you think, oh, this is going to be a great spot, and you don't know until you get going. So sometimes you're probably more of a hit and miss. I mean, you probably have an idea, kind of. Especially if your town's that small, you kind of like if you're gonna know what area you kind of want to be in. So that's just like we were talking. About breweries. Yeah, hey, I know places that are like that, and you got line if you got line at the door, and that's kind of the good sign. Kind of the good sign. Well, I'm gonna be ending this in about 5 minutes, so since nobody's really other people are really doing other things. So when I go off, then all of a sudden there'll probably be a bunch of other lives going. I'll kind of laugh. I kind of figure usually what happens when I start a live, there's other people that start doing them. Either I give them the brand idea, or I don't know. But so usually I think that's why I have no one here because they went live. Hey, if you're providing good service and the food's good, good. Yeah, you're gonna get people coming back. I mean, those posh places, they, they come and go. But if you provide the basics, kind of thing, or maybe a thrill here and there, kind of thing, or a frill. Yeah, you're gonna keep that your city customer base with no problem. But yeah, that's why we were talking. I was talking to the brewer yesterday, or the owner yesterday, I should say. I was asking, so how's your foot traffic and all that? He goes, no, he's pleased. He's not. I mean, he's doing good. I mean, he just needs. He needs a little more because he can't. His place is grown to a point now where he needs a little bit more room here and there, kind of thing. Because I think if he can expand, like where he stores his kegs and stuff, he says he would be fine, but he doesn't have that. I don't. It's like, well, you can just make. He's going, no, I can't, kind of thing. So it's like, so he's not to a point where he needs to expand, but he's getting darn near it. And he doesn't really. He just serves in house. I thought, well, you taking. He's selling your beer at any restaurants or anything. He goes, no. Well, he says, no, I'm not. But he says, I got 5 people that kind of. So he's going to basically means he is, but he's doing it himself. But he's not really pushing that right now because he can't handle that. So yeah. I mean, yeah. Because you gotta find that place where your foot traffic, or even vehicular traffic, basically they can see you. Then the third thing is really what you really are looking for is word of mouth. That's what I'm saying. That's where your customer service and what you have. I mean, if it's good quality, I mean, decent pricing and all that, the word of mouth that's where you're gonna get your customers come back and new customers really to be your consistent customers kind of thing. Because I mean, you're gonna get the occasional people coming through and oh, stop by and get something, and you'll probably never see them again, kind of thing. But that's so. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day because I'm not getting foot traffic. So the tavern's is kind of tavern's getting warm, and there's no customers coming to the tavern, even though I have one great one in you, Luke John. Appreciate it. So hope you take care, Luke John, and whoever else is and have been lurking or rewatching. So hope everyone does well, and I will see you all soon. Take care of themselves, and until then, no. So yeah, no kidding. But yeah, until then, drink it before you're attacked.